live direct from the A&R studios. It's the Empire of Nerd podcast. Here's your host, the PokéTrooper.
Yes, and welcome back to the Empire of Nerd podcast. Woo! I am your host, once again, the PokéTrooper. And with me, as always, is my oh-so-handsome guest host, Dr. Snake.
¿Qué pasó, man?
What's going on, Dr. Snake?
I'm just chilling, bro. Just chilling.
Anything new going on? Anything happening?
Finally beat The Last of Us 2.
Nice.
The run of mine was 25 hours. So I know that there is between 25 hours to 35 hours. That's what, like, the estimated time when the game came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, beat in 25 hours. In normal, I guess we can, like in mediocre, not fucking hardcore or easy. Yeah, so beat that, and then this Friday, fucking Ghost of Tsushima is coming out.
I cannot wait for that.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go pick that bitch up. So, heads up, we're letting you guys know. Most likely next week's episode will be our game review for Ghost of Tsushima. So we'll try to figure out how to get it with both of us playing and scoring and all that. So
Yeah, man.
So we'll do that. So I mean, I haven't really done anything this last week. Just hang out, chill, work, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the news.
Let's do this.
And first and foremost, we want to say, rest in peace. We lost really great guy, Grant Imahara from Mythbusters. Really awesome guy. He actually was like pretty good friends with a lot of people from the 501st Legion.
Yeah, I actually seen like a lot of pictures with him with the 501st.
Yeah. So he was technically an honorary member, I believe. I don't know if he was a full member, because I know he did the lights for R2-D2 in the newer movies.
Oh, tight.
And then obviously he built his own R2, and that's the ones that would always feature on the show when they would come out. He'd have R2. So I don't know if he was technically just an honorary member, or if he was actually a member of the R2 Builders Club.
Tight.
So I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, either way, really great guy, really awesome dude. I'm bummed I didn't get to meet him. He was actually at that Star Wars celebration that I went to in 2015.
When it was in Irvine, right?
No, right here in Anaheim.
Oh, Anaheim.
Yeah, but he was actually there, so I'm a little bummed I didn't get to meet him. But I mean, great guy, really smart, really funny. So, our heart goes out to him and his family and all his friends who are hurting right now. So, R.I.P. Mr. Imahara.
R.I.P.
But moving on, dude, let's get to some fun stuff. Lego. We cannot get enough of Legos on this channel. I mean, well, yeah, a little bit, but dude, Lego announced they're going to start another Nintendo set.
I saw that, and at the price point, I think it's like $230 or $199.
It's kind of expensive. So,
but dude, have you seen that thing built?
It's awesome, dude.
That's pretty cool.
So I think it was earlier this year we got the first set where it was kind of like this weird little Mario that would make noise and his face would change.
Yeah, it reminded me almost like a level. So like each time when you do like a little platform, he'll go like the ding ding ding, like the little coins thing, and then like I guess his face and his little suit was like a LCD screen.
Yeah, dude.
So you'll like see how many points you got, whatever, and then like it even at the end when you hit the rope. I mean when you hit like the flag, it goes like. Yeah.
So that thing was pretty bitchy.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah. So they just released this new one, and it's actually an NES console. So all you either NES fans or Lego fans, dude, you gotta pick this one up. It's pricey, but it's definitely worth it. It's gonna be an NES, a remote. And I think even a little TV set with Mario on the screen.
A TV set, even like a cartridge too as well.
Yeah.
If it's just a commercial, like the kid was like blowing into a cartridge, this dude looks like 20. I'm like, man, he does not know, or he's like younger than that. He does not know the hustle that thing would have.
Fucking millennials.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dude. And then on the one for the TV screen, the way I guess when you insert it, I guess it's on top, and it's almost like it almost looks like a wrapped burrito, but you just put it on top, and then you could like it moves. So you have like so there's like a little leverage on the almost like a leverage like a Jack in the Box.
Oh yeah.
So you just kind of turn it, and the little screen turns.
Oh shit! I didn't see that part.
Yeah, and then so you have and then there's like a little glass, like a little plastic clear little little stick that is like on Mario, so he's like jumping through the whole.
That's
scenes.
cool.
So yeah, dude, if it's $200, it's pretty. Yeah, you'll get your money's worth, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. The cool thing I was really interested in is actually when you build the TV set, you can actually build all the little tubes and resistors and shit. So all like the actual inside of what a TV would have.
Yeah.
You actually have to put that together.
Yeah.
And thing,
Bionicles, get out of here.
Yeah, no more Ninjagos for us, man. I'm upgrading from Mega Blocks to Lego.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude, that's gonna be really cool. So,
yeah,
looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know Lego people are hardcore.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I'm starting to like Legos more and more. I mean, I've always found them interesting. I never really have my own set of anything or my own like fucking spaceship or whatever.
Yeah.
But damn, dude, Legos could go a long
I've always
man.
bought the little kits, nothing too big. I have
Yeah.
like a snow speeder or two around here. Things like that, just small kits, because then it's like, then if you can't display, you gotta pull it apart.
Yeah.
Then you can always put it back together, but it's like, The one I always want to get was the AT-AT, Lego AT-AT. That in the Simpsons house.
Oh yeah, the Simpsons.
That one will be pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, see, man, it's just like you just need a room to display all those ones.
And I mean, obviously the coolest one's that fucking huge ass 9,000 piece Millennium Falcon, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
like $500.
Hey man, Legos are great quarantine pieces.
Oh yeah,
they're good.
Yeah, when you're stuck at home and you got shit to do, can't go nowhere.
Buy yourself a good decent set of Legos and fucking build them all, bro.
Oh, you can build like a whole Jurassic Park set.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, moving on, dude.
Híjole.
Our first announcement of TV shows, dude. Netflix is bringing Transformers: War of Cybertron.
It looks amazing.
To the screen. It's going to be a trilogy. So the first one's going to be called Siege. And that one's going to be dropping July 30th.
Dude, and then like Optimus Prime looks all like retro too, like a little bit like
that's the thing I like.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about it. They're actually going to bring back the original design. So it's going to be like the semi truck and the jet and all this. And so it's going to be really cool. It's going to be harking back to like the original.
Yeah.
So it's looking really good. I like the animation style. And the thing that's interesting to me is that it seems like just from the get go, like Optimus Prime and all his crew, they're like on the losing side already. Like pretty much, Megatron has the Allspark. He's taking over Cybertron, and they're kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna get this ultimate plan going, and then you can see he's turning all the other Transformers into Decepticons.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, dude, can he do it this time?
Yeah,
Is he gonna be able to beat Megatron or not?
And that's a pretty cool follow-up because obviously, like each time when there's an animation, it starts off being good or starts off them trying to figure out what to do. During the show, but this one straight seems like like how you said it, it's like already like in hell. And like he's just trying to recover and see if he could do that one last time, and that's pretty cool. Like I actually like the execution of that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody likes an underdog story, so I mean, pretty much like the Autobots are starting at the bottom, dude. Like you see like a bunch of them on spikes and shit, and they're all fucking dead.
That's pretty cool.
And dude, I mean, it looks more like for like the older fans. It's not geared towards the kids.
Nah.
Like it's definitely something for like the old school fans of Transformers.
Yeah, straight up like good storytelling too. That like it looks like if it's actually gonna come out of that.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that one's coming out July 30. So 2 weeks, 2 weeks just about.
Yes.
So continuing on, dude. So we're waiting for any news of the Obi-Wan show to come out, and they've been very sparse about it. We know Ewan McGregor's coming back. We know they're doing reshoots and rewrites and well, not reshoots. I don't think they've technically shot anything yet, but they're doing rewrites right now for the scripts. And so they keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna put it on hold. No, it's on track. No, it's on hold." But we actually got a new rumor today that Hayden Christensen is actually coming back to play Anakin.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So, dude, pretty big. It's a pretty big rumor.
Oh, dude, that's like fuck, man. That's like it's like a gender reveal.
Yeah,
that's how.
A little bit.
That's how I feel. It's like, what? It's a boy? What? It's a girl?
It's a Sith.
It's a Sith.
No, but no, yeah. So and the cool thing is, they said he's actually gonna like feature pretty heavily in the show. It's not just gonna be like a little cameo, like maybe start off the show with them on Mustafar and then him taking off. He's actually going to feature heavily on the show. So it's kind of like, how do you do that when it's like he's not Anakin, he's Darth Vader now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I mean, the easiest way to do it is just, it's going to be flashbacks.
That's what I was thinking too, and I've seen some even video games, some cartoons that they try to mix up. It's like mixing David Hayter. It's like he always played Solid Snake. So when you think that he wasn't play Solid Snake just because it's Solid Snake, it wasn't him. But all the other years, I think Hideo's like, well, he's a voice actor. But the timeline's like, oh, there's this big boss and this is Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Would they have the same voice? Well, technically, because he's a clone, right?
Right.
So that's where I kind of gave it away for myself. I'm like, oh, you know what? Cool. But yeah, I would think that maybe, hopefully, they have some explanation why he's in there, or if like how you said, there's flashbacks.
It might be flashbacks and memories. Maybe him rethinking, on the past events. Well, I think it would be badass. Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica when it was on Sci-Fi?
A little bit, bro. Little bit.
So, if I remember right, there was the one chick who was a robot, a Cylon, and she went to it wasn't Earth, it was whatever colony they were on, Caprica, and she was the one that started like the whole I guess like apocalypse you want to call it. She launched the nukes, and that's what got everybody running away, and that's how they ended up on the Battlestars. And so, in a sense, she died and then was uploaded to the new body.
Okay.
So there was this guy that was helping her out. Like, he was sleeping with her, banging her, whatever. And she was little by little like, oh, yeah, give me the codes and get me in and this and that. So he ended up betraying everybody on the planet for her. And so once, like, all that kind of, like, settled in and everything happened, it started fucking with him, like, his mental state. And so it was to the point that, like, he would, like, walk around and be having this conversation with somebody, and then the girl would walk in from like the other room, and she'd be like, "Oh, is that really how it went? Or do you want to tell them the truth of that you betrayed everybody and got everybody killed?"
Oh, I see.
And so he was literally the only one that can see her and hear her. She didn't really exist, but he was the only one that can see her and hear her, and she would be talking shit or like telling him like, "Oh, you have to complete the mission, this and that." So in a sense, almost like an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm thinking maybe they can do that with Anakin. That'd be pretty badass.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. Because even like, yeah, because like you could just be like, you could hallucinate. It's like the movie Black Swan.
Oh yeah.
Like how she was thinking that like she was seeing somebody else, but it was really her. And then at the end, it's just like mind fucking, almost like Fight Club. There you go. Like perfect Fight Club. Example. It's just like this was thinking that it was him the whole time, but he was actually the one fucking doing the whole. Was that like that whole?
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing, like the whole posse, the whole like the whole group. That'd be tight.
Dude, I think that'd be a pretty badass. Because you gotta think, at this time, Obi-Wan is living on Tatooine, like by himself. And, like, it's been proven, dude, like, fucking isolation really fucks with your head.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Tom Hanks had fucking Wilson on on Castaway. You need someone to talk to.
Yeah,
and they said, like, clinically, like that's something that's good.
Yeah.
You can take an inanimate object, make it a face, and then talk to, like, a person, because then eventually your fucking mind goes and you start imagining shit. So maybe, like, fucking Obi-Wan is hanging out on Tatooine by himself. He starts imagining, the broom over there is fucking Anakin. He starts having a conversation with him.
That'd be tight, dude.
It'd be cool, dude. So he's gonna be. The rumor is he's gonna be in the show pretty heavily. So maybe not all the episodes, but for the majority of the episodes.
Damn, that's pretty cool, because I mean, if that's the case, hopefully when Obi-Wan kind of talks to, if it's a real person, or illusion, or mirage, whatever, like it kind of gives you more of an understanding how he became Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Or why. Or I'm sure, I mean, obviously, like the anger, and then he wanted to have more of the Force. He wanted to save his mom. And, of course, like the main big, like the pinpoints were there. But like, that would be really dope to show his other side of emotions of what he was capable of doing. I just thought that he was a smart kid, like really good, because obviously because of like the pod racing. But I don't know, just a little bit more than what we've seen already. Like that it would be a nice time to retouch and resharpen his storyline.
That's cool. Yeah.
That'd be bad. That'd be cool. That'd be really dope.
No, what else would be badass? I actually remember this. So there's concept art from I believe, what was the last movie? Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
And so there's concept art floating around of when they're saying like, oh, and you know they're bringing back a lot of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And Hayden Christensen was supposed to come back as Anakin. And I think they got the idea from one of the book lines. It's called Fate of the Jedi. That's something along the lines. And in the book, Luke and his son, they're on like this weird like planet shit. And there's this lake, and in the lake they can kind of like talk and see people who had died. Mm-hmm. And so at one point they're actually talking to Anakin, and as they're talking to him, you know, he's even after he's died, it's kind of like he's still kind of having this weird keeping the balance of light and dark. So at one point his face will be Anakin, and then as they're talking to him, it'll actually start transforming into like Darth Vader's helmet.
Ooh.
And so there's actually some concept art from Rise of Skywalker, because there's supposed to be a scene. I don't know if they're supposed to talk to Anakin or how's it going to work, like a Force Ghost. Mm-hmm. But it would be at one point, it would be you know, Hayden Christensen, and then on another points, you know, his face would morph and it would be Darth Vader, and when he would be angry, and then as he would calm down, and turn back to Hayden Christensen. So that means I think that would be badass, because then it's like, you know, Obi-Wan can be like having these conversations in his head with Anakin, and then at one point, you know, it would be transforming to Vader and then back, and just kind of like weird in between, you know.
Interesting.
So I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually just excited for him coming back.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
So that's gonna be fucking cool. And so, keeping in line with Star Wars, Disney actually announced they're actually starting a new show for Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. It's going to be called Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, so if you watch the last season of Clone Wars, okay, the first 3 episodes were based around this idea of the Bad Batch, which were they were clones, but they were like specialized clones, and they were kind of like, I don't want to say mutated, because they didn't actually look like Jango Fett. They didn't look like all the other clones. Mm-hmm. So one guy straight up just looked like Rambo. Had long hair, fucking, you know, bandana, had face paint. One guy was like fucking white fucking hair, and he's all scarred up, but he was like the sniper. One dude was like the computer technician. One guy was like the explosives. You know, all the usual character types that you would see in in a military movie. And so they were just like super badass commandos. Like more so than even the regular commandos, because you know you had the clones, and then you had like specialized clones, but then you had the commandos, and then these guys were still above that. So they were, as far as I know, they're like the only kind like that. So the only batch, and so they were just these like badass super soldiers that they hired to go help them find one of the lost clones. So Disney actually just announced they're going to do a whole series based off of them. So it's going to take place after the Clone Wars. So once Order 66 happens and all that stuff, so it's going to take place after that. And they're going to kind of be like I guess the Star Wars A-Team.
Okay.
They're going to be jumping like planet to planet, doing like mercenary work and helping people, protecting them and shit like that.
That's tight. So it'll be the same thing, the same animation as Clone Wars.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because Dave Filoni's on it. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, who knows? Because you know what? Like all the animated stuff had its own like art style.
That's true.
You know, Clone Wars, the way I think of it is like Clone Wars is more like squared up. Like you see everybody's kind of blocky, square, super sharp angles. And then you had Rebels where everybody was a little more rounder, a little more fluid. And then you had, what was the last one? What was the last one called? It was called Resistance. Star Wars Resistance.
Yeah.
And that was more like an anime style kind of, but like computer. Mm-hmm. So I hope this one's, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the whole computer generated, but it's going to have its own style. So I hope so.
Tight.
So that's gonna be pretty bitchin'. So that they haven't really said much about it yet.
Yeah, because I seen the cover and then it was like just like 3 guys, and then they looked like how you said, like all scarred up, all bruised up, but it was just 3 of them. And then on my Bad Batch, I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's technically 4, and then if you want to get technical 5 because they added one of the other clones. Oh, because he was all fucked up, like looked like half robot and shit like that. So I think technically there's like 5 members. So
okay,
but yeah, so that's coming soon. They haven't really said anything else other than they're doing it. So that's all we know. They're doing it. We don't have scripts. We don't have casting, directors, and all that stuff.
I'm down, man. Just give me any announcements that right now. Just give me, and I'll be fucking excited. Like if my dog had babies, I'll be fucking excited. You know, I don't even care anymore.
Dude, like honestly, like I think they can do so much with Disney Plus. I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Because they can. So I don't know if you remember. I posted on the Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on a Tron 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the way the guy said was, we're Disney's only in the business of making big budget movies that are going to bring in lots of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tron 2 was successful, but not as successful. It was, it wasn't $1 billion. It wasn't Marvel. So the cool thing about with Disney Plus is they can do these movies that might not do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they probably won't cross the $1 billion mark, but they know they're still going to bring in a shitload of money.
Yeah.
So that's why they're going to do stuff like Tron 3. It's going to be on Disney Plus. So I think Disney Plus is actually going to start getting a lot better pretty soon.
Yeah, because I mean, there's even stuff on Amazon Prime that I don't watch, but we are going to mention a show in a bit that's the reason why I got it.
Pretty much.
So there's also Netflix and stuff like that. Netflix actually is giving them a platform that you could succeed in a TV series show, and it's super fucking good, or even a movie like like a Netflix exclusive. Once Disney gets into that same path and that rhythm on what they want to actually experiment on and show sequels and prequels, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Disney could take my money, like always, just taking my money, raping me with my money.
And the cool thing is that they have both Disney Plus and they have Hulu.
Yeah.
So they can put like all the family friendly shit over here on Disney Plus, and then all your more like adult stuff like action movies and just like these like dark comedies or whatever. You can put them on Hulu, and dude, they're gonna get the money.
Yeah.
Either way, Disney's taking our money. Pretty soon it's gonna be like what was it, Wayland Watani for fucking the aliens.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's happening, dude.
And it's like for what's happening, movie theaters aren't gonna be that great. So definitely for your home environment entertainment. They need to do these things that it'll be just streaming, or it'll be like you like do like a rental and then it'll come for free later on. Fuck, I don't even care, but they need to revolutionize this shit because streaming is one huge thing that that the internet it's gonna be brought to us, I guess you could say.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, I think, did you hear, like, AMC said they might be closing down a bunch of theaters.
Yeah, dude,
so
fucking filing bankruptcy, all this shit. So, yeah, dude, it's going to be hard for entertainment. So that's why I feel like that's where we're getting more animated films, because they could, they could record in different areas and stuff like that, which is fucking cool because luckily we all love all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But for actors and acting, they got it. They just have to show. They gotta show it to the peoples.
Yeah.
And figure out a way to actually do it the right way.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be like a renaissance of like anime right now, dude. Oh. Like just bring back a bunch of anime, make a bunch of new anime, and
yeah, dude.
Dude, it's perfect right now. You just get a bunch of voice actors. And I mean, if it takes you a fucking 1.5 to 2 years to make the fucking movie, fuck
it was good.
It'll work.
That's fine.
So, moving on. We got finally our first trailer, first look at the Umbrella Academy Season 2.
Woo woo!
So that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, man.
First and foremost, it's dropping July 31st. On Netflix.
Around the corner, baby.
Pretty much. And I mean, this trailer looks so freaking... It was so well done. So well put together. I mean, dude, I can't wait to watch this. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, because how did the first one end?
From what I remember... I mean, it's been like a year. When I remember, Vanya discovered she had powers. So she was playing the violin. And I guess like blowing up the moon?
Oh, yeah.
Something with the moon, and they were able to stop her, but then, like, the whole world was still ending.
That's right.
And then that's when the number 5 grabbed everybody, and they jumped back in time.
That's right. Okay.
I think. I might be missing a couple details.
Yeah, because on season 1, that's when she got all butthurt. That's when, because no one told her she had powers.
Yeah.
And they kept it low key.
Well, I think it was just too damn strong, so they kept them, like, suppressed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Or the boss didn't tell her.
Yeah.
Or whatever. She's, like, normal, quote unquote.
Pretty much. But yeah, dude, this new one looks really cool. So like, it opens up and it's number 5, like in some random alley, and then a fucking tank rolls around the corner, and it's like all these communists like just getting shot up, So it looks really cool. So it looks like kind of maybe set like in the 50s, 60s when during like the whole Red Scare.
Yeah. When
everybody was scared of like the Soviets and all that. So it looks really cool.
Yeah, buddy.
And then there's like a scene where I guess they have like these checkpoints for all the cars and shit, and they're looking for somebody. So I mean, it looks cool. I think they said like the whole thing of like the world, like the reason why the world's ending is all like pivoted around this one point in time, like revolving around the whole JFK assassination.
Yeah, yeah, and
So
then they were
that's a
showing
cool
like
thing.
that, and then I think even on there, I think he said like, oh, like we have 5 days,
Yeah.
or we have something like that. So the world's ending again, but in that timeline. So like, oh my god, I can't even catch a break.
In 5 days, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, dude, I told my cult we had until 2019. He goes, no, it's 5 days
Yeah,
from
it's
it's
5 days
Monday.
from now,
So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy how with the JFK scenario, it's always one of those things. It's like you never know what happened.
Oh, no.
And then like that's why like a bunch of like movies like this always like try to cover it, and they do like their own little spin-off.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's like almost like a never ending. And then too like it's pretty crazy. So like when I actually travel for work, I actually went to that spot, the actual real spot. And then so the way how it is, it's actually really small. Like it's almost like the size of a parking lot. Like the little
Oh, yeah, it was a little ass plaza, dude.
Yeah. And they had actually X's on the floor when it was the first shot and second shot. And it's pretty crazy. So and then they had
Did you lay on the ground?
no. Well, it was normal traffic during the time, so yeah. So
okay.
it wasn't like closed off like a museum, but it was just they had like X's there, and then like there was like two buildings, that said, oh, I think this was a like a possible shooter's position, and obviously everybody knows that it was behind the fence or whatever.
Like Grassino.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I mean, creepy actually. And then obviously like there was like some one old guy, hey Sonny, I'll tell you the real story. And yeah, he was talking to like so many people that day, and then like like those people that are just like all superstitious, but he had the story right.
Damn.
But yeah, man, like that scene is pretty cool, like when they actually try to show it and then like how they do like the timeline.
Yeah.
I'm
So
stoked.
I think in the first season they kind of talk about it too. Cause remember he was like a time jumping assassin.
Yeah.
So I think at one point they do mention the JFK assassination. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see like they're gonna come back to it. It was such a small thing in the first season, but they're actually gonna make something big out of it. And then they're watching the map, and the map has all the little fucking mushroom clouds from all the bombs and shit. And,
Yeah.
And at some point, it looks like they all kind of like scatter, because it looks like they're all like in different areas of something going on. Like so, like there's the brother Diego, the guy with the knives. Looks like he's locked up in like an asylum.
It was all hairy.
Yeah, his hair's all fucking long.
I didn't
He's all
recognize it. It's like
shaggy.
Diego. Like what the hell?
And then you have what was the one sister, the girl that can do the rumors? It looked like maybe she was working like in maybe a newspaper
Yeah.
or something like that.
Or like newspaper, or she was like a lawyer, because like I think they showed her like in a courthouse.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
So you have that. You have Luther, who looked like he was like underground fighter.
Yeah, like a boxer type of
Some
thing.
shit like that. And then you had what was his name? Klaus, who was
Like
like a cult leader.
yeah.
So he was like, they just show him emerging from the water, and he's like surrounded by all these people. Then the brother Ben, and then it kind of make it seem like maybe people can see him this time around.
Yeah, so I guess he's
It's
alive or not alive, or a spiritual thing maybe.
So from what I remember, the first season, like he couldn't really like interact with shit. Like it was literally just him sitting there, like, yeah, whatever. Like, tell me you see me. And he's like, no, like I don't want to. Like
Yeah,
this and that.
and it's pretty funny that he has the same clothes,
Yeah.
the same black shirt, jacket, and I guess because he's dead, they don't like phase him with different outfits, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It makes it seem more like a cartoon, like
Yeah,
Simpsons.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if I remember, like he couldn't really interact with the real world. But this time around, it looks like he can, dude. Like he's opening and shutting the car door. He's fighting with Klaus.
Yeah. I think those two like a relationship was like
That was
pretty funny.
really good.
Yeah,
that was
good.
a really
It was good.
That was probably one of my favorite parts of the first season. Just Klaus in general, like just all the crazy shit he did.
Yeah.
We got the fucking crazy party with Luther.
Yeah.
And they're all getting all fucking high and shit. And, dude, that shit was cool, dude.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
But yeah, so we got that to look forward to. And so, like I said, they're kind of centering around the whole JFK thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Possibly, they're fucking with the timeline. 'Cause like I said, you see like some Russian soldiers storming the streets and shit. Which I have a theory, like that fool probably like fell into the set of a movie or something like that.
Probably.
So that's just kind of like to throw everybody off. But I feel that's what's going on in that scene. But we have that. We have the whole red scare, the bombs, the JFK thing. But then you have other stuff like he was saying, they have to do the end of the world again.
Yep.
So now they have to figure out why.
Yep.
how to stop it,
Yep.
and they also have to take care of the I think it's called the agency.
Yeah.
So now they have to worry about the agency because it looks like they're still after them, and they're all kind of looking like milkmen. Like one guy's dressed like the milkman.
Yeah, yeah, and then I thought that was pretty cool because it almost looked it reminded me like of like the twins from like Matrix, and then so they all have like the same similarity, but they're all assassins or they're all trying to get them. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that shit was pretty cool. Like they all kind of like the same, real pale skin, white hair.
Yeah, it's like Colonel Sandals trying to get you.
Drop my chicken,
bastard.
But no, but yeah, dude, like that looks really cool, and all the fight scenes between them and the Umbrella Academy. And even number 5 says, he goes, yeah, we have to do all this, and we still have to worry about the agency because they're going to come for us. And there's no way we can stop them.
It looks so good, dude.
Looks
I'm so
bad.
stoked.
Looks badass, dude. And then on top of that, like, there's even a scene where they actually run to the dad.
Yeah,
That's the
because
crazy
there's
part.
a little part. I don't know if you see it, and then like and then he's like holding like the monkey too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like
So there's that quick shot, but at the very end, like I guess it's kind of like a reunion, and it's number 5, and he's all like, oh yeah, Luther's super strong. Klaus can talk to dead people. Diego's good with knives, and then what's her face has the rumor power, and then Diego's like, oh, she doesn't use it, and then she uses the power to make him punch himself in the face.
Yeah.
And when he does that, they cut real quick to the dad sitting at the table. He's kind of like, what the fuck, like what's wrong with you fucking people?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like maybe they're gonna in a sense like tell him about them.
Yeah.
To keep an eye out, to fucking go. I guess like in a sense like adopt them all, so that he can raise them so that they can go and come back and do this. So,
I see. Yeah, because he hasn't at the time. So yeah, so he's introducing each other when he hasn't adopted them just yet.
Yeah.
Right. And then so that he's just telling them what.
So I'm thinking it's gonna be like Bill and Ted levels of like time jumping.
Oh, I see.
It's like you got to go into the future, and you got to remember to leave the key in the bushes so that in the past you can find the key to get in.
Yes.
And on your way out, don't forget the key.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something weird like that. Watch. So it's going to be they're jumping in the back in the past. They're going to talk to the dad, and they're like, okay, on this date, this whatever, you have to adopt us.
Yeah.
And so that in the future we can go and then jump back in the past to save the world.
Tight.
It's going to be crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be freaking crazy.
It actually took me a while to even watch season 1. So I was a little bit of a bandwagon, I guess you could say. It took me a little bit, and then because I kept on hearing it was good, and then every time I went up on my Netflix, it was like highly recommended. I'm like,
oh yeah, dude.
Fine, and it was so good, and I was like, damn, thank you,
honestly,
Netflix.
I actually, that was like super under the radar because I mean, when I was like, it was like, oh, Gerard away. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, what's this fool know? But no, surprisingly, he actually knows a lot about comics.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't read the actual comic series, but from what I hear, it's just it's better.
Yeah,
it's better than the show.
I think the comic series, the comic publisher is actually Dark Horse.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but
yeah, Dark Horse,
so it's probably them.
Toy.
We got that to look forward to, and I think what I say that was July 31st. End of the month, dude.
Sweet. Hey man, bring it on, baby.
So you have Transformers on the 30th, and the next day you can start watching Umbrella Academy.
My eyes were gonna be shot.
but dude. So real quick before we continue to our last topic, did you watch the trailer for Far Cry 6?
I did.
Amazing.
It looks so crazy.
So they don't show any actual gameplay and stuff and all that, but the way that they shot it and they like showed it off, I mean the game is gonna look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. It's gonna look gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I mean the story is interesting. It looks like maybe they're like in something like Cuba or Panama, maybe some kind of South American country.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking with like the president, his son. He's telling them like, oh yeah, this is what this means. This is a grenade, and the grenade has 4 parts. And our country's like a grenade, but we only have 2 parts. We have the people and we have us.
Yeah.
They're gonna say you're a monster, you're a villain. He's asking the son, are you a monster? No. Are you a villain? No. He goes, okay, good to see that you understood the whole thing. Now prove it. And he has the grenade in his hand with the pin out.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's walking around without the pin. So, I mean, this game looks awesome. It's gonna be really good. And freaking the bad guys, what's his name from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, dude, Gus.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, man. So he that was the first time that I actually seen him. I'm sure that he was in like in other stuff before, but his Gus' performance on Breaking Bad was amazing. Like, you would just see it and you'd be like, man, this guy's so fucking smart. You know, that he actually made Puerto Hermanos to do his thing. You know?
Yeah.
And then obviously he was the dude from Mandalorian with the Darksaber.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, yeah. And so that was a, you know, like a surprise too. I'm like, man, like, this guy's making good little scenes for him.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
dude.
And there was one more that I think he was in though, but I'm just actually probably just like about. I mean, like I think about like a Far Cry. I mean, about Far Cry, but yeah, it looks really good. Now, do you think it's gonna be for the PS5? Has to be, right? Has to be, because look at how good it was.
PS5 is right around the corner.
Has to be.
It has to. It's gonna be a launch title.
Okay.
If it's not, that's gonna be. You know what? Good chance it's gonna be PS4, and then maybe like 3 months after PS5 is going to release, like the kind of like what they did with The Last of Us and GTA. So you had the version on the current console, and then when the new console came out, I was like, oh, the remastered version.
That's right.
We upscaled the bitch, you know. So it's going to be something like that. So that's good. But like
so good.
But since we're on the topic of Giancarlo Esposito, he actually plays a part in the show The Boys.
That's right.
And so that's actually our main topic is The Boys, because season 2 was going to drop September 4th, dude. I am on this fucking show like crazy. I love it. It's just it's like what like adult superheroes would really do.
Yeah,
like,
in this time, like it's just the fuck ups, the annoyances,
the douches, the dildos, the fucking
dude. It's just
the corruption.
Yeah, I had a friend that I actually almost had to convince him to watch it because he saw a part of a comic, because I was that it was a part where I think one of the superheroes, I think he ends up fucking an actual planet. And when he comes, it blows up.
Oh, shit.
So I guess to him, it was just like just really dumb humor. You know? I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about the comic, but watch the fucking TV show. And he did, and he fucking was like, dude, that's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Hilarious.
Amazon Prime killed it with that show, dude.
That's the thing, too. That's the show that made me want to get Amazon Prime, because everything else was just, just movie rentals.
Yeah.
Maybe here and there, like some other shows that was kind of funny.
You know what's actually a pretty good show on there? Mm-hmm. It's called The Man in the High Tower. Or The Man in the High Castle.
Heard about it.
Really good. It's kind of like what would happen if the Germans would have won World War II.
Hey.
And so, like, if I believe the U.S. is split into two halves. So from like the middle, so let's say like about Texas to the East Coast, it's all Germany. And then from the other side of Texas to the West Coast is Japan. So it's pretty cool. So
that's kind of cool.
So it's showing like everybody living within like the occupation of the country, and then I guess little by little like uprising. And I think they just finished, so it was like 5 seasons.
Damn.
So they just ended it not too long ago.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be really good. But anyways, back to The Boys. So, dude, I mean, so like I said, Giancarlo Esposito is going to be in it. He plays Mr. Edgar, who is the boss of the blonde lady from season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have some minor spoilers here for the show here. And so at the end of season 1, Homelander obviously kills the boss.
Yep.
He's like, you know what, you don't tell him what to do anymore, this and that, blah blah.
Yeah.
Laser beams her fucking head, and then lets Billy Butcher blows up the house. And so I think they didn't really say, but it's like, it was the lady and the baby in the house. So they didn't really say what happened to the baby, but we can all assume. And then he takes Billy off to meet his wife, who he thought was dead.
Yeah, man.
And not only that, but she has a son, who is Homelander's.
So yeah, so from the season, they thought that Homelander raped her, and she disappeared, right?
Yeah, that possibly they like the company did away with her.
Yeah. So then obviously she gets pregnant, asks for help, and so they pretty much hide her from Homelander and from
Billy.
From Billy. So that's where Homelander pretty much interrogates the boss, and pretty much interrogates the boss for she could tell him the truth.
Yeah.
And he found out this before, and yeah, dude, that was a good ending.
That was crazy, dude.
That was dope.
I mean, I didn't see it happening because we never really got both sides of the story. We just got Billy's version. He goes, Homelander took advantage of my wife. and then the company killed her. When in reality, it was an affair, and then she had the baby, and the company hid her away. And so now it's like, dude, now you have to contend with Billy Butcher meeting his wife again, who he thought was been dead for fucking so many years. But now with fucking Homelander's son. And dude, one of my favorite parts of the trailer, it looks like he's trying to like either gauge his powers or maybe even train him. And he goes, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine." And he pushes the kid off a fucking roof.
Yeah, and he just falls.
Yeah, he's like, ah, bam. And dude, I mean, so they even released the first couple minutes of the show, and I mean, this new dude. I thought the first season was brutal. When like A-Train ran through the girl, fucking blew her up.
Oh my god. Dude.
That one, the sex scene with the Deep, and the girl's like sticking her hands in his gills.
Oh, that one, and then the girlfriend of the one that runs fast again. What's his
A-Train.
name?
Oh,
A-Train.
her train.
Yeah, and then when she fucks the
landlord,
like the landlord, and totally rides his face and just smashes his face.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, so I thought that whole first season, I was like, fuck, that's brutal. This is worse, dude. Like I said, we got a sneak peek at the first couple minutes of the show, of the new season. And dude, my favorite character has to be Black Noir, because he's like just the most random fucking person.
Yeah, because they never really showed him much to do.
They don't show his face. They don't really show like any. We know he has like some kind of like mercenary moves. He's got knives all over his body. And the fucking one of the funniest parts, dude, is like they're at the party, the company party, and there's the pianist playing the piano. He just sits there and just starts staring at him. And you can see the pianist is getting really uncomfortable, and he looks over, and Black Noir is just staring at him. He goes, "Oh, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a break," and he dips. And then Black Noir just kind of scoots over and just like, you don't expect fucking this trained fucking killer to be like a great pianist, but apparently he is. And I mean, dude, this, like I said, the first couple minutes is like following Black Noir on a mission. And there's just a scene where he puts his left hand on the guy's jaw, and his right hand on his fucking top of his mouth, and just rips the dude's fucking head in half.
He did like a Godzilla and shit. He just grabs him,
dude.
Fucking, and like opens up like, oh
it just went like a pumpkin. And I mean, dude, this season is gonna be vicious, dude. Watching the trailer, we got a shot of I believe it looks like Homelander punching through a guy's fucking head.
Yep.
And then at another point, lasering some dude to pieces. It looks like he's flipping off Homelander. He just and like just that dude blows up and turns to fucking dust.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good.
Dude,
it's gonna be good.
So the weird thing they're gonna do this season is like I said, it's dropping September 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, September 4th. They're gonna drop the first 3 seasons, and then every week they're gonna release a season after that. So for 8 episodes, so that means for 5 weeks after, it's gonna be an episode a week.
Okay, so it's all okay. So then I would have to wait, I guess like a normal TV show, like on TV.
Yeah. So I believe I didn't really look at the calendar, so it might be like every fucking Wednesday or Thursday, some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But every week they're gonna release a new episode. So you're gonna get a little bit of the binging because you're gonna get the first 3 episodes right away, but then you have to wait for the last of the episodes.
I'm down because when you binge watch, it's amazing, but after. Miserable because you're done with the shows, bro.
What are you gonna do? It's like I totally get it, but then you can burn yourself out if it's too much. If it's like a whole fucking 10 seasons of a show, I can't, dude. I physically can't.
I think I don't. Every time when I'm watching a show, I don't like to see what's the next episode. No. So I literally just play next episode. So like, say for example, like if I'm watching a new TV show, you tell me. I tell you, hey, I'm on episode 3, and you're like, oh, how many episodes there is? I'm like, I don't want to look at it because it can go from dude. Like I've seen some seasons only go from 8 seasons to 12 to 25 episodes. I'm sorry for each season, and I'm like, I'm just gonna ride it. I'm just gonna ride this wave until it fucking crashes.
I think it depends. If you have like half-hour shows, which is more for like network TV and all that, you're gonna get about 25 episodes. If you're going more like for the hour, which is more like HBO, Netflix, Hulu, stuff like that, you're more or less looking at about 10 to 12 episodes.
Yeah. So I'm a person that sometimes I don't want to sneak peek. So like I just rather just kind of just go at it until it just caps it.
Yeah. So we already know we're going to get 80 episodes for sure, and so like I said, three up front and then 1 every week after that. But dude, what do you think's gonna happen this season, dude?
I don't. It's okay because thing is like if Billy already knows, and it seems like in the trailer like a Homelander wants to find him and kill him, like if he escaped or something like that. So I'm like, okay, but it looked like if they were almost gonna be friends. Say,
Yeah,
hey,
because
well, you know,
yeah,
let's just check on it.
at the end of the last episode, you know, he took Billy to go see his wife.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like where they left their story.
Yeah.
They were at the house with the girl and with the boy.
I think just Homelander wants to get revenge on his posse because they killed a bunch of his friends.
Oh yeah, translucent.
So I think that's why they're like, you know what? He's still my enemy, and I want to find everybody else. And then plus with the Asian chick, the one that gets all with the claws and stuff. Yeah. So I think it's just more for. I don't know, man, because Billy was that. That's the thing too. Like his main part was for season 1. He wanted to find out his wife, and he wanted to kill superheroes because Homelander was one of them.
Yeah.
So now that he knows, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh man. So what I'm thinking, I think in the end, Homelander's gonna fuck over Billy again and probably really kill his wife this time around.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it like right in front of him.
What do you think that he'll take his kid that with his wife of Billy, and I mean I guess was in a sense train him to become the next
Oh yeah, definitely, dude.
big superhero like himself.
So I think they touched upon it a little bit on the last season, and I know there's like this like supplemental like random little short story or short video they did of like Homelander when he was younger, and it was like when they were training him, and there was like pictures, and he goes, oh, what's this picture? Oh, Jesus Christ, our Savior. And then this picture, oh, the American flag, we always protect it. And this picture, oh, the government, we always listen to what they say. And like they're kind of jumping back and forth between all these pictures, but it's pretty much like variations on the same thing. So like a bunch of pictures of like Jesus, and then a bunch of different pictures of the flag, and a bunch of different pictures of like monuments and shit like that. Like, oh, the government, this and that. And so the teacher's like, oh, I got a new one for you, and it's this, and it's a picture of a family at dinner. She goes, this is going to be Thanksgiving. You know, this is something that we do every year on the fourth Thursday of November. She explains what Thanksgiving is, and then he kind of looks at her and goes, which one's the daddy? And she's like, well, that guy. And which one's the mommy? He goes, her. And then he asks like, oh, is Dr. so and so my daddy? And she's like, yeah, that's your dad. And she goes, then are you my mommy? And she's like, sure, if you want. And so she kind of explains like a family to him. And then like he's like, oh, so you're always gonna protect me? And she goes, yeah. And so as she's standing up, he hugs her, but then like he hugs her too hard and breaks her back and kills her.
Oh shit.
And so the doctors run in, and he's all hiding under the blanket. And he goes, oh, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, just like the other ones. So apparently like he had been like either accidentally or on purpose killing the teachers and all that.
Yeah.
Because even this time around, they're like, oh yeah, file number fucking blah 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 blah. He did the same thing to this teacher, but this time out of anger or sadness, he killed her through love or whatever. So it's kind of saying up the fact that he doesn't really have an actual family, and maybe he's looking for that family.
Yeah.
Because then again, he was always like all up that girl's, all up her ass when he was always jealous of the baby.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe he's gonna want to like start his own family. So he's gonna take this boy and then go off and raise him.
It was pretty fun. on like the scenes where he's like stalking the boss, and then he's like looking through his painting, and then everybody would pass by like, what are you looking at? He's like, oh no, it's just a picture. But he's actually going through the X-ray vision and seeing her breastfeed and shit, and he would be like, ooh, getting all turned on and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm so like that. The boss knew that she had him fucking run his fingers,
Dude. But and originally I thought that was his kid.
Oh really?
Yeah. When I first seen the show, I was like, damn, that's gotta be his kid, and he's just being a fucking prick.
Because I think even when she tries to take him to like the clinic or to like the office, whatever, he was just like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm taking the baby. He's like, why? He's just like, because I need to. Like, I have a normal life too, But yeah, so he was super jelly off of the baby.
Yeah, dude. So the other thing we gotta look forward to is we're gonna get a new superhero.
Yeah.
So her name's Stormfront, and she's like super like just millennial, half her head shaved. She's on when they show her, she's like on fucking like Facebook Live and shit. She's streaming to everybody like, oh, I'm here on set. Here's Homelander and here's Maeve. It's not a real base. We're here in fucking wherever. And then that's when she's like, oh, I'm here to meet you guys. I'm going to be working with you. I'm part of the Seven now. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, who said? And she's like, oh, Mr. Edgar, who's Giancarlo Esposito. And so they're like, oh, okay, well, you're fun. I'll be seeing you. And like he just like super awkwardly walks away. And so it's like now we're gonna have to deal with a new member, because did any of the other 7 die? No, huh?
Just the one that was invisible.
Just translucent.
Just translucent.
Because Deep was like, they sent his ass to like bumfuck nowhere. And then A-Train, what happened to A-Train? He didn't die. He was having a heart attack to the Compound V. I remember that.
Yeah, didn't he die too?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
I want to say...
We're so bad.
Dude, it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been like a year.
Yeah, I want to say, because he did a race and then he lost and then I think he Didn't he OD, bro?
Because he was fighting with Starlight and Huey.
Yeah.
And so she was
parking structure.
Yeah, and so she was like buying them time to get out. And then I think that fool had a heart attack. And then she called the paramedics, remember?
Oh, yeah. So they didn't really say if he died or not.
So he's probably out of commission, so that's probably why they need a new hero.
Ah, okay.
But, dude, it's going to be good. And then, obviously, the next thing to keep an eye on is, what's going to happen with the whole Compound V thing.
Yeah.
Because, fucking... I think he even said in the trailer, he's all like, yeah, like half our heroes don't even know they have it in their blood.
Yeah, and then he's like, what, like, would you want everybody else to know that they have that, like they have that? And they're like, no. And then, it's going to be...
So it looks like they're trying to militarize the supers.
That'll be... Yeah.
So that looks like that's what they're kind of doing, like, at the beginning of the trailer. They're like, oh, we this is the contract, blah, blah, blah. He goes, okay, so you're not going to have anybody above you to give you commands, like who they report to. He goes, oh, me.
Yeah.
He goes, we want full access to the Compound V. He goes, there's only one person that has access to that. You want to go in the Oval Office and start giving orders? He goes, oh, hell yeah. I'm going to tell him what I want. Then he goes, oh, and trying to limit, like collateral damage. He goes, how much are we talking about? He goes, well, on paper, officially, 0%. But, Cone of Silence, 34%. It's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
34% allowed collateral damage. That's like fucking city blocks.
Yeah. Dude. It's going to be good.
It's going to be crazy, dude. It's going to be really crazy. So it's going to be a really good one. So
I just have to remember my Amazon password.
I don't remember. It wasn't password?
It wasn't. No. Hey, that's a good one. No, it wasn't.
He goes, username, password, username. Just switch it up, dude. You never forget. Now I gotta go change my fucking Facebook password.
Damn.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's gonna be another one to look forward to. So with that, dude, I think we'll call it an episode.
There it is.
That's
another
gonna be
one in the books.
So let us know what you think, guys. What do you think about the season 2 of The Boys or season 2 of The Umbrella Academy? What are your predictions? What do you think is gonna go on? Are we gonna, lose more heroes? Are these guys gonna be able to maybe fucking jump back in time and save things? What's gonna happen? Are you picking up Far Cry? Are you picking up Ghost of Tsushima? That's gonna be Friday,
Yeah.
So like I said, we'll figure out something out, and next episode we'll be doing our review, because there has been a review embargo. They don't let us get reviews.
No.
But yeah, we'll talk about gameplay, we'll talk about cinematics, graphics, music, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So make sure if you're interested in that game, make sure you come back next week. But until then, do all the regular stuff. Leave us a comment, a like, subscribe, share the video, because we want to spread stuff out.
Please.
And just for your knowledge, yes, we are getting stickers. Finally,
Woo!
I finally found a producer.
Damn decals. Yeehaw.
So they're pretty decent. They're gonna be about 3x3, full color, matte. weatherproof. So hopefully, if you
Oh,
want to,
damn.
if you want to stuff them on a car, or if you want to put them on a sign or somewhere,
Or on your koozie.
hey, fuck it, put it on there. I'm gonna put one on my water bottle at work. So
There it is.
we'll be fucking sporting that shit.
There it is.
But yeah, like I said, just do all the usual stuff. Ring the bell, subscribe, share, hit us up on the DMs. You know, throw shit our way. Let us know.
Mhm.
But you know, like I said, come back next week and we'll be here. But until then, I'm the PokéTrooper.
Doctor is Snake. Oh. Sorry, I just started dancing.
And this has been the Empire of Nerd podcast. Smell you later, nerds.